Last June, the Supreme Court issued a landmark decision in United States versus Windsor, holding that Americans in same-sex marriages are entitled to equal protection and equal treatment under the law. This ruling marked a historic step towards equality for all American families. And since the day it was handed down, the Department of Justice has been working tirelessly to implement it in both letter and in spirit, moving to extend federal benefits to married same-sex couples as swiftly and smoothly as possible. Recently, an administrative step by the court has cast doubt on same-sex marriages that have been performed in the state of Utah. And the governor has announced that the state will not recognize these marriages pending additional court action. In the meantime, I am confirming today that for purposes of federal law, these marriages will be recognized as lawful and considered eligible for all relevant federal benefits on the same terms as other same-sex marriages. These families should not be asked to endure uncertainty regarding their status as the litigation unfolds. In the days ahead, we will continue to coordinate across the federal government to ensure the timely provision of every federal benefit to which Utah couples and couples throughout the country are entitled, regardless of whether they are in same-sex or opposite-sex marriages.
So a very interesting statement there from Eric Holder and Suzanne and Joe. It basically puts the federal government in a position right now where it is willing to recognize from a federal standpoint these same-sex marriages in Utah, while Utah may be fighting against that recognition. Will be fighting against that recognition all the way to when the Supreme Court hears this case, or is expected to hear this case. So a very interesting development that the Department of Justice is coming down so forcefully on the side of same-sex marriage here.
And Joe, I want you to wrap this, if you will. I had an opportunity back when that ruling happened with the Supreme Court to actually interview Edith Windsor. It was such an emotional moment for her to be recognized, and her widow as well, their marriage, their union, their partnership there. What is the next step? What does this mean in real practical terms for gay married couples?
Well, I think the one thing that's very clear is that if the federal government have done anything but this, it would have been a real difficult situation for same-sex couples all over the United States. Because when you think about it, they got the Windsor decision, which said for tax purposes, for all the other reasons that the federal government has to recognize marriage, it's okay to recognize same-sex marriage. Now, if the government had done anything but what they've done now,
right,
Utah would have been sort of standing out there as the one state where all of these things didn't apply. So the government almost had to move in the direction they did, I think, Suzanne.